This is a Nekko Media podcast.
What's your pleasure, sir?
Welcome back to the show, Cinephiles and Cenobites. I'm your host, Annika Pussyfoot, and this is Cinebite 19. Welcome to the show for another movie review. The boys Mox and Ono had a stellar time with Johannes Roberts, 47 Meters Down, the new shark flick with Mandy Moore, Claire Holt, and Matthew Modine. It's like pitch black in the ocean, the real pitch black. But no Riddick in sight. But listen to what Mox and Ono have to say. It gets deep. Blue Sea. Oh, and stick around for the credits. There's a duet at the end. The /tag configuration.
Alright, welcome to a new Cinebite /tag configuration. Today we're going to review the new
Johannes Roberts.
Johannes Roberts.
Johannes Roberts.
47 meters down.
Come on, egomaniac, right? Trying to be like Peter Benchley's Jaws.
You think it's like his way of saying a film by like a
If
Spike
it
Lee
is,
joint?
it is, it's totally pompous. Cause he's nobody. He did a
But
Dark
it's-
Forest or some shit. Is that the same as Do the Right Thing or Mobile Blues to where you can put a Spike Lee joint? No.
Did Spike Lee do that on his first film? A Spike Lee joint?
Most likely.
Most likely.
But he knew he was always gonna be Spike Lee. Johannes Roberts. Who's he gonna be?
Johannes Roberts, be himself.
Spike Lee stands for something other than movies, so, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, 47 Meters Down stars Mandy Moore,
Mandy Moore.
Claire Holt.
Some
We
chick
also
named
have
Claire Holt,
Matthew Modine.
who I said I would never watch a movie starring him. Flowers of Algernon.
Yeah. We also have Chris Johnson, Yanni Gelman, and Santiago Segura. The film was written by Roberts and Ernest Rieta. So,
Rieta is probably Mexican, and he filled him in on the landscape.
okay. He's like, do it in Mexico.
Roberts probably just came up with the idea of the shark cage falling into the bottom of the sea or whatever.
All right. Well, 47 Meters Down stars Moore and Holt as two sisters on vacation.
Lisa and Kate.
Lisa
Yep.
and Kate, yes. In
Lisa has recently got dumped.
we don't know. Yeah, well, yeah. That's. I wonder. They didn't go on vacation because she was dumped, right?
They
she
did.
Kind of,
Well, that
She's
was
having
Lisa's
trouble.
motivation, and she had an empty ticket because she was trying to take her fiance with her.
Right.
So she gave it to the sister to come with her, so she didn't go alone, so she could take all kinds of selfies doing crazy, cool, fun shit to try to win her boyfriend back.
Oh, okay. Well, and so to kind of make this more of a memorable trip, they decide, or Lisa, or Kate actually gets Lisa to go diving in a shark cage.
In an unlicensed,
Unlicensed shark cage.
illegal. Apparently, chumming the water is illegal in Mexico. I wonder if it's illegal down here. I know it's immoral, and there's a lot of protesters about chumming the water for sharks because, you know, it teaches the sharks if they want to get fed, come to humans.
Okay.
So there's a lot of debate on that.
Yeah,
but
they pointed that out. I didn't know that either. Yeah.
also, it's the oldest boat in history. With, you know how shark cage is supposed to be black or silver?
Right.
This
one's
one
got
was rust red. Rust fucking red.
It was rusty. Well, so they get in the shark cage and it drops. It gets the cable breaks, and they go.
Well,
down.
no, not yet. The cable doesn't break. The actual whole winch
right.
arm, the whole winch arm breaks off, and they plummet down to the bottom of where they're at, which is 47 meters deep.
Yeah.
Oh no, how deep is 47 meters in American feet?
It's about
Imperial?
about 144, 145
Feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
feet, yeah.
So everybody, you reach a new atmosphere in diving every 33 feet. So do the math on that.
Yeah. And they're trapped at the bottom, and they have to find a way to get back up. And that's the whole movie.
Well, actually, they got to survive down there until they can get rescued to get away back up. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Basically, what you said surmises it.
So that's 47 meters down. Please tell them what you told me before we saw this movie. So they actually made this movie like 2 or 3 years
Yeah,
ago.
it's old. Like I saw this after I saw The Shallows, and I saw it on Putlocker in full high definition. So it said 1080. So I watched it and I was like, "Fuck, I like this movie." And then all of a sudden I hear it marketed coming up for this June release, right? This past weekend. So I told Ono, we gotta go watch this because I liked it, and I'm thinking that because of the long delay, they've made some big changes.
Heads up, we're gonna spoil this movie.
I feel like we spoil every movie, but yeah.
Just a heads up.
Yeah. Well, the version I saw, I guess maybe it's when you steal it off Putlocker, it's a lot darker than when you watch it on, something you paid for in the theater. But all of the underwater scenes were basically just a curtain of black with just the lights. Whatever thing had a light on it was illuminated, but everything else was total dark. So I missed all of the jump scares. I missed a lot of the tense sequences. But here's the thing. The ending was different.
Yeah.
In the sense that they had the good sense to cut certain parts of the ending, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I want to take it away.
Well,
because I know you were, right? You told me you were thinking the same thing when you saw it.
Since you already told me that there was a version of this that was leaked out before. And so I'm wondering, what would be the big change? And so when you told me that this is a new ending, I was like, really? And because then...
Well, I didn't know definitive. Oh,
Yeah.
you mean afterward when
Yeah,
I told you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because then, should we talk about stuff first before we hit the ending?
Sure.
Okay. So this is basically like... Well, I was thinking it's like photo booth or not photo booth, phone booth.
Photo booth. He's very old, people. He's over 30.
But that one's in real time. That's what makes it different, right?
Yeah, and this one is not. Although I thought maybe it was, but near the end you see the jumps like in 1 second, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
In 5 seconds, 30 seconds have elapsed.
Yeah.
So it's like.
So. They go off on the amount of bars on their O2 tank.
Although at that point though, narcosis has set in, so the time there could be a disparity in time being able to track time at that point. But anyway, it's not presented in real time.
Oh, okay. So we got Lisa and Kate in Mexico, and this is probably the nice part of Mexico. And when Mandy Moore is like on her lanai or patio, and she said it's 1 a.m, and like, why did she go to bed already? Like, you're in Mexico, like you really should be out. But like,
that's what I'm saying. But I mean, she's an old girl and she's sad.
I'm the same age as Mandy Moore.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so even Mandy Moore is younger than me.
Yeah.
Well, would you be out there sledding it up?
Well, I would have been like, for sure, I would have been out like.
Macking the hoe, macking the bitches,
and
smacking the hoes.
Mexico,
that's Ono.
It's just it never sleeps, right? So they were able to still go out.
That's what I liked about that. Like, serious?
Like 1 a.m, like really, like everyone is still out. Like, I got dinner, we got drinks, we found 2 guys to hang out with, and then they're on the beach.
Like, I don't know if I was just hungry, but I seen them eating food late. I'm like, that's what's up. Here's my experience of Vegas.
Not McDonald's.
Right. Like legit restaurant shit. Yeah. Like, here's my experience of Vegas, supposedly the city that never sleeps. At 3 a.m., I ate fucking Del Taco. I thought I was gonna stroll in the casino and eat that fucking 7 country buffet shit. It ain't real.
No, it's not. Well, yeah. But we gotta talk about the beginning too. How they start off at like the ocean floor.
Yeah. Jaws much.
And it kind of exaggerates. Well, we get some foreshadow, like they're actually like in the pool. Mm-hmm. They kind of over exaggerate the depth.
So they're moving around the pool like Jaws 2, from some unknown POV that you assume is maybe a shark or whatever, and then it fucking tilts up and moves, and you see someone on some kind of flotation device.
Yeah.
Come to find out, it's Mandy Moore. Sitting in one of those recliners that, those pool recliner things that got a fucking thing for your drink.
Yeah. She's with that red wine. She's drinking red wine in the middle of the day.
I would say it's probably some kind of pomegranate martini or, because that was a martini glass she was holding, right?
Right.
Or was it margarita glass? But it didn't have the consistency of a margarita. Anyway.
It's she in Mexico. So what would be a signature cocktail over there?
Rape and then the shits.
Jesus. All right, so we get to that, and then they meet the two guys. So we already know and what I don't like in movies now, because I see a bit of it now, when they're text messaging, and we see the message. I don't like that. Like, they put that on the screen.
Like, why not?
It's distracting and unnecessary. If you are good enough, like...
Well, it's exposition. I know what you're saying. I understand, right. But I feel this is a movie made for the masses, and made for the masses, we can't rely to infer off of the actors' reaction. But you're right, though. That's true cinema. And if this were a foreign film, that's what we'd be doing. Like, oh, what was the message?
Right.
Oh, what was the she's cringing, and now she's doing a soliloquy to the mirror.
Come on, Roberts. You got to direct more. You don't need that.
But it's Johannes Roberts, 47 meters down.
Right. Oh, okay. But so we get to that, and then she comes out of her shell when she meets these two guys. Kind of, right?
Like, you can see her trying, right?
Yeah,
She's
trying to get over this guy and have some
I feel
fun.
like, was his name Stuart? It was some
Stuart.
faggy name. Like a name.
The guy from Taken, his name is Stuart, right? The new
Not
husband.
Liam Neeson.
No, but
the new husband? Was it Stuart? Anyway. But you heard what I'm saying, right? I mean, maybe you and I just got boss-ass names. We can't imagine any lesser names being some chick pines for, but...
Well, that name is really white. That's a really white
Super
name.
white and weak.
Stuart. So... Now,
in any color, Stuart is weak.
So now, so they are going to go and do the shark cage thing the next day
for $100 as a discount.
$100, right?
As a discount.
I would have been down. I would have said, okay.
Yeah,
sure.
but when you got there and saw the ratty ass shit, like, you wouldn't have been. I mean, well, because you're not a heavy drinker, but I've never been with you on what they call it, holiday. So maybe we get there and we're all sloshed and like, yeah, it's still a good idea, but there were so many chances to turn back.
Right.
But I still feel this isn't one of those stupid movies that they brought it upon themselves, like the people who conjured demons. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, she wanted to have a good time, so she took her sister's advice.
Caution to the wind, and shit happened. So yeah, I really didn't feel it was one of those. Well, you got what you asked for, bitch. But
then, like, when we see Matthew Modine for the first time, I'm thinking my initial thought was, oh, I feel safe. There's another white guy in this boat, so he knows my.
Which is odd because Ono is brown like fuck. Maybe he's talking about from the perspective of two white girls, maybe. But
well, like, I would have felt safe if I was two Filipino guys and I saw another Filipino in Mexico who's the captain of the boat. I would have been like, "Oh, cómo está?"
Like iffy.
Like, yes, I'm safe.
Well, what if he talks like you though? He's Philippines, but not from the Philippines. You know what I mean? Right. If the fucker start talking like Pacquiao, then I gotta be like, "Whoa, I don't know what is this ship. Sharks or not? Will I wake up in Granada as a love slave?"
Right. Okay, so they get on the boat, right? And now she's still nervous.
She's still having to get talked out of it. And okay, I'll get to it when we get underwater, but
okay.
I got a gripe with it. Like,
well, let's get into it now. Yeah, so they chum the waters and they get into the ocean now. So
here's my gripe with open water, which is a scary fucking scenario. But they do nothing to try and better the situation. They cry for help and they talk about worst case scenarios without really trying to make it better. And that's what happened a little bit here with Mandy Moore's character in the beginning. Like, shit is unfolding and she's just screaming out, "We're gonna die here." It's like, I've got to cut. Now you're gonna get fucking, lockjaw, and then you're gonna get hepatitis, and then the sharks are gonna eat us.
To her credit, like, she only got cut from the spear, which was.
I had to laugh, like, because that was just the final straw. You know what I mean? So like, much bad shit happened, and then
she just saw her sister get eaten. She's stuck under the cage, and now.
And now she got shot by a spear.
Oh.
Like, fuck.
What else can go wrong? Oh.
That's basically was like Murphy's Law to the extreme. I was just like, you know what? I'm about to check out. Bring me back into this with some glimpse of hope.
And so, actually, Matthew Modine, the rest of the movie, he's just on intercom. You don't see him anymore. Like, the Coast Guard will be here in less than an hour. The reason why I didn't give you tanks is because of
narcosis. Nitrogen narcosis.
Yeah. So that's a big thing here. Well,
what's a big thing in diving?
They put a lot of emphasis on that, or they stress that out. So because that does play into like
Now,
a good, not chunk,
that would have
but
been
a pretty pertinent part of the movie.
Like nitrogen narcosis is not fatal in and of itself. It's not like the bends, but it's like it's hallucinatory that you can further fuck yourself up with. Like, it can cause you to disengage from your breathing apparatus. It can cause you to walk right into something perilous, thinking that you're seeing, salvation.
Right, yeah. Because then, Mandy Moore does.
She suffers narcosis as a fuck.
Yeah, and it kind of plays out like Repo Man. I was thinking Repo
Man. Yeah. The remake Repo Man, or the Jude Law Repo Man.
Jude Law Repo, yeah, not to confuse with the
Emilio Estevez.
Estevez, yeah, two different movies.
Yeah.
But and Brazil, so I don't know if you've seen that
Terry Gilliam's Brazil.
Yes, yeah.
Oh God, we are a weirdo.
Yeah.
I don't watch that Terry Gilliam shit, son. I like life.
But
that dude is straight from Fritz Lang kind of shit. Like,
yes, that movie. Well, his other stuff can be a little too weird, but it does play, and it takes.
Did you just say it doth?
It does play.
Methinks
but
he doth protest too much.
Because one ending we get, we are happy with, and then we figure out
it's still a brutal as fuck ending. Like, is that her wildest dreams? That she survives but gets totally fucked up.
Right, yeah, like she's not thinking of like, oh, I'm in heaven.
I just make it, you know, and then we're unscathed. Like, the sister's a zombie. She got attacked from a shark twice.
Yes, yeah. She got bit. Like, how many times? Like, I thought after the second bite on the same one,
because it looked like it grabbed her, but then she was like manning it, stabbing it in the eye and shit.
I was like, no, shark, just take me. I'm done. You already hit the same wound.
Hey, you and me both, dude. I'm like, if the shark can keep getting me, I'm like, you won, guy.
Yeah, but she totally, like, she fights like a girl.
She was Sarah Connoring that shit.
She's scratching it, going for the eyes. Like, usually, if my initial gut reaction, if I do get ever, like, bitten by a shark, I'm going to go for the nose first.
That's a pressure point.
A right jab to the nose, and then left hand into the eye, and then start digging.
Apparently, Ono has thought about this scenario, but you know what? It needs to be planned for, and both.
And I'm going to go for the gills.
Well,
the
both.
Gills.
Right.
The gills.
That's a good one, too. Well, we're both from Hawaii, and this could happen, you know?
It could happen. Never swim at night, and don't go on down patrol.
I mean, yeah. That's the time when tiger sharks hunt, but I'm safe because I hate the water.
All right. But so we get a lot of that. The sharks in this movie, what'd you think? The CGI. And
I thought it was great. It was beautiful and majestic, and it makes you appreciate the animal.
And respect the animal. Respect. Do not chum the waters. Well, this is no fault of their own, but respect sharks.
It doesn't actually. I feel that it does a better job at not vilifying the shark than Jaws and Six fucking deep
this was
water
totally,
or whatever.
Predatory instinct, like just natural.
And I think they preface it by saying it's like we're in the zoo, only you're in the cage.
Right.
Because it's just fucking the wildlife taking place.
Yes.
You're just in it.
Exactly. Yes, that is a good point to point out. We are in the cage, not them.
Like, it wasn't like The Shallows either, where for whatever reason this shark picked a vendetta and it's going orca on you. Like, it just can't let you escape.
Right. And there are a couple. I think they emphasize on the sound effects too, just the bones crunching on each chomp. I was like, ugh.
I didn't even get that because honestly, audience, I screamed like a little bitch girl. And I sunk low in my chair one time.
I think I saw that. I saw that.
Like, it got me, To be fair though, I was holding my piss since 32 minutes in, but dude, I did a jump, I did a drop some shit on the floor, I did a slink in the,
And it's weird too because the openness of the ocean we already know, but when you're in there in the deep,
it feels small,
very
claustrophobic.
Yes, like you can't see more than like 2 feet, maybe not even 2 feet in front of you, and we get a lot of that POV from Mandy Moore.
I was just thinking that is my worst nightmare, one of them, because it plays into all my fears: sharks, not being able to breathe naturally, and the dark.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all the elements.
And then she hits the flare, right? And it's like that scene in Pitch Black.
Oh yes. Hey, Roberts, are you a fan of Pitch Black? That totally and pays tribute to that scene in
Drink a little liquor.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes. Exactly. Oh wow. That's cool. Yeah, you pointed that out. Yeah. It's so that one scene where she's like, I'm lost. I don't know which direction I'm going in.
That's my fear too, and that's a
Yeah.
realistic fear in the
It
ocean.
is.
Like, even
And that's the desert too, like Flight of the Phoenix.
oh, I like that movie
When
too.
that guy went to go take a piss and he's like,
Oh, you know who that guy is? Jared Padalecki from fucking Supernatural.
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I just saw it like 2 years ago, so I'm pretty fresh on it. But no, that's the thing. Not knowing where you are in relation to your surroundings.
Yeah.
And the water is perfect at that. Because I've been in a case. You go into the water, you're playing around, and the current takes you. You look to shore, like, that's not my family.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yes, and then
That's not where the,
and you don't realize, like, there are times when I've been at Sandy's and I don't realize.
Makapu already.
Yeah, well,
like
I drifted,
not that bad,
like-
yeah.
like I drifted far out, like a little too far out, and I'm like, because then you're looking at the horizon, and then you turn around. Oh, I feel like I gotta go back, and you're like, dude, I'm like 2 miles away.
I'm
from
pretty
the
far.
shore.
That happened to me once, and
That's so scary. But then
Tim tried to save me. And he tried to see me and John. And between the three of us, we are all such shit swimmers that I was the best swimmer. Only because I think I'm buoyant and I learned to swim.
oh,
But we were far, dude. We was far.
but you don't have to worry about drowning. The ocean is so like salty.
No,
that
but
it'll carry you.
You
back.
gotta worry about undercurrents and shit.
Oh,
Because you can get sucked in.
yes, that's
And
true.
like they find you at fucking sunsets, right?
Yeah.
And you're just
okay.
dead and bloated. Like the water is nothing to be cavalier about. It just really isn't. And then in open water,
If you're in the open, like with nothing, like even worse without a life preserver, like it's the scariest thought for me. I think just open water. Like if I feel something touching my leg, I'm kicking first, and then I'm swinging for my life, like doggy paddle.
yeah, but where
to
you
the
gonna go?
max.
Like 100 miles? You don't know. Like
yeah,
I'm just JR, suicide me.
I'll be like, catch me first. You work for your meal, sea monster.
That's still
Yeah,
pretty
catch me
badass.
first.
That's still pretty badass. I'm calling
Or
curtains.
you
Like
can just be like Ethan Hawke, There's, I'm able to make it this far. I left nothing behind. There's nothing.
oh,
for me.
Gattaca reference.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Well, he grew up feeling inferior to Vincent, who was, superbly created.
Well, you already know.
I grew up feeling like I'm the best. So for me
you
to
can't-
find out that that's not the case in
You're-
real life,
You're the best, like Karate Kid. You're the best.
that's
You're the
basically
best.
that was my life, as a child. Like around, no one's gonna ever drag you down, because there was no one in my weight class in a bunch of stuff, so they just handed me trophies. Like, you guys don't like tests? Japanese guy weigh 115.
You either gotta lose 150 pounds, or we gotta find someone who can gain this much by this time.
So yeah, I racked up, a lot of trophies, but weight based.
All right. Well.
But yeah, I'm just saying, I felt the quit. I felt the quit in me. That's not my deal. Like,
Well.
and I just felt mad because she was complaining about it verbally. Like, as a man, if you quit, just die in silence. As a G.
Take it later. All right. Well, in 47 meters down, it's not. It only takes place in like the main part was just one
Location, yeah.
maybe like an hour, maybe 2 hours tops. I mean, in story time.
Story time even less.
I mean, the movie itself was like
what
90
120?
minutes.
Yeah.
But then it resolves, but I still want to leave it up to open ended, because even though they kind of
What you think could have been the double twist ending?
like, because then it's weird, because in her face at the end, like it's not like picture like clear, like it's
Well,
kind
this
of
guy
wavy.
likes a lot of ECUs. The extreme close-ups. Like,
Okay.
it opens, when she first puts on that mask.
Right.
And we spend a bit of time going around here. Not in the opening, excuse me, when they first crash and you see that she's bleeding and she's starting to spit up.
Yes.
So we end with that too. only think she's delirious, telling her sister that they've made it when they obviously fucking didn't.
Yeah.
But I was noticing too that the 3 Coast Guard guys, they came decked, spear gun, knife on the knee.
Well, like there's 3 of them, right? One's
right.
carrying them, the other one's on the lookout.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you roll.
That's how the Coast Guard rolls. Yeah.
I had a friend. We just going bodyboarding. The fucker show up like Navy SEAL. Fucking knife leg, spear gun, wetsuit. Like, son, we all know you the shittiest body surfer ever. Why the fuck you get all that gear? Trying to come prepared, son.
Oh, you think this kind of like Event Horizon where they the rescue crew is there and then the door closes
and then she's still stuck in her thing? Yeah.
So you think it's like this where it's sort of open ending? I mean, do you think it's a definite they got rescued at the end?
I don't know, but that's how narcosis works. They would have took her to the hospital. She would have been put in the that chamber.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And they would have worked her down and walked her through what happened. Like, I'm sorry, Lisa, but Kate is dead.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we have to just assume that then. Well, this movie was definitely entertaining. Definitely.
And it was kind of edge of the seat in a way that paid off quicker than slow burn movies. Like, I felt like the tension was thick, like It Comes at Night, but there were quicker payoffs.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely, and more jump scares.
More jump scares, like as Ono noted, there was one part where I noticeably shrank in my seat.
Yes.
Almost fell off.
Yes, yeah. And you feel it. It does give you with the scenery, and the shots that they chose. I mean,
and the lighting was on point. Oh, should I preface that I saw it? Did I already say that? That I saw it a year ago on Put Locker?
Yes.
I saw everything pitch black, so the lighting was key. Like, if they had not put lights on the cage, it would have just been all black.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's good that you point that out and that they had that in there. Because then it's black at the bottom.
Right. It was black as fuck. 150 feet down, right?
Yeah. They gave it enough to where you can actually see each other. Yeah. Or the characters. So it's more believable in that sense.
Now, what do you think about the scenes where she's hiding in caves? Like, did you feel that was a little tongue in cheek for this kind of a real thriller?
No. That worked. I believe. It was a moment of just intense, shark a chase. Yeah, really. And then the rocks there, like it kind of okay, now we can come down a bit. Okay, let's just wait until the next one.
Yeah. But okay, not to take away from it because it was good, but at some point I was waiting for Ariel to like lure it and have it stuck in that thing that you remember that thing, like
you mean like the Little Mermaid?
You remember? Yeah, and then the great white gets trapped in that thing, and then it's stuck there. That's kind of what it felt like to me a little bit, but But the sharks don't look cheesy at all.
No, they don't. They look real.
It looks fucking legit.
Yeah, very
and
good.
they play with absence really well.
Yes, they do. Yeah, you're just sitting and waiting. That's what they really are doing. Yeah, they're just. I don't know what the term is. Well, just bait. They're bait. They're just in a cage left for the sharks. Whatever. But Mandy Moore, awesome job.
Really.
Claire Holt.
Mandy Moore still got it. In fact, I think he might got it better.
Yeah. Yes, I think she's getting better. She was the bomb always. Mandy Moore, you're my only hope. Anyway, so 47 meters down. Go
watch CC.
Wait. Fuck.
Oh, this is the one. There's a song that's inside of my soul. It's the one that I've tried over and over again. I'm awake in the infinite cold, but you sing to me over and over and over again. So I lay my head back down and I lift my hands and pray to be only yours. I pray to be
This is a Nekko Media podcast.